Well, if it ain't the man himself, Aeon of Horus. Yep, he has commented on the video. That was completely unexpected, but at the same time, it was one of his recent videos, so yeah, that is kind of to be expected. But yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, just made a comment. Actually, I mean, yeah, I do not mind that long comment that he gave me explaining, yeah, the trees and Karanzan and her whole, reset humanity type of thing. And then after that, giving me better understanding of Toma. Like, yeah, usually he'll talk it over, with some people, villains, whatever, anyone who's having trouble, problem, and usually, yeah, he'd be able to get through to him or through to them. And yeah, I mean, we just call it a day. But this time, Karanzan is different. After, 2 encounters or so, it's like, yeah, he still can't really get through to her. So it's like, it's just, yeah, you gotta just deal with what he gotta deal with. Nothing much he can do there. And, gotta realize, like, yeah, there's some people that he just literally cannot change, no matter how much you talk to them, try and do this and that. It's like, you can't talk to them, change the way they are. If that's, their purpose or something, then that's that. But other than that, here we go with the Gunha video. Finally, yeah, I wanted to get some of the main stuff out the way first and other requests. But now that this is a request, it might as well, perfect. Like, yeah, now I get to look at this and see my boy. Like, yeah, I like him. Pretty much one of my most favorite level 5s. So, other than that, I hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get this reaction started.
There is no logic to this guy's ability. All he does is yell guts and some random explosion happens.
Hey man, that's my guy right there.
An Esper. He acts like he's a superhero from One Punch Man or something. Well, have no fear, because I'll be explaining Sogiita's mysterious ability with its many unique applications. Does this insane power have any logic to it? And what is the hidden secret behind this power and his ultimate potential? Sogiita Gunha is the lowest ranked level 5 Esper in Academy City, placing at number 7, but is by no means the weakest. You could say his power is amazing. Sogiita is not to be underestimated, as his strength is so great, he can make even a number 3 level 5 Misaka Mikoto look useless. But what is this strange power? Unlike other Esper powers, we don't even know the name of the ability, and it seemingly has a countless amount of possible applications, making it akin to Sogiita having multiple powers, which is normally impossible for Espers via conventional means. He is also fueled by his manic obsession with guts. No, not that Guts, although I'm sure they would love to meet one day. Guts as in having fearless determination. This feeling of guts within Sogiita allows him to seemingly ignore the laws of physics. One example is his famous technique known as attack crash. Sogiita claims he can create a wall of telekinesis, which he can then destroy via a punch, causing a colourful explosion, which makes absolutely no sense. But it's amazing, hence why he gave it the name.
Yeah, that's the explanation. Punch. Yeah, just
not exactly
it's amazing.
The most creative name for a technique, but it works. And by channeling even more guts, or just focusing the power within his body, Sogiita can launch an even stronger version of the technique.
Yeah, just add super to it.
Amazing punch, which appears to be Sogiita's strongest attack that we have seen so far. He can also add other similar adjectives to the name of the punch, although I'm not quite sure if this changes anything. Beyond his trademark technique, Sogiita has enhanced physical attributes that surpass both those of normal humans and Espers, as he is able to move at supersonic speeds and was arguably faster than Astral Buddy boosted Hokaze Junko, who could react to and dodge augmented natural beams of light heading straight towards her.
Oh, that's quick then.
Beams
of light.
Being able able to throw Toma around like a ragdoll and tanking attacks that any normal human would instantly die from. He even survived a gunshot to the heart and seemed unfazed, and then he is also able to regenerate from this and other injuries like broken bones. And of course, it's thanks to Guts he is able to do this. Is there anything Guts can't solve? Evidently not, as Sogiita can also walk in the air, amplify his voice, and can even break out of Shokuho Misaki's mind-controlling ability.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was even able to create a wall of pressure in this stance where he brings his hands to the ground. The pressure was able to hold back 5.3 Misaka's Black Lightning, but not without massive strain to Sogiita. He had to tap into his full power as it was causing physical damage to his body, holding it back long enough so Toma could approach Misaka. Sogiita also has a counter to electrical attacks known as Aurora Guard, where he uses the Earth's electromagnetic field as a force field which can defend against electric-based powers such as Misaka's attacks. This may also explain how Sogiita was able to defy the laws of physics by punching Misaka's lightning spear to the ground. Now, I'm saving the last known applications of his power for later, as first, I think it's important to briefly discuss his fight versus the man who should have become a magic god known as Ollerus in Index Side Story 2. I do want to make a full video about this fight, so subscribe and comment below if you'd like to see a summary of it. Sogiita is confronted by Ollerus, who wields a mysterious unknown power, which is impossible to understand, similar in that aspect to Sogiita's Guts, I guess. There are two very interesting things about the fight, which I believe has huge connotations for the secret behind Sogiita's power. Number one, him being unable to defend himself from Ollerus's Odin's throne, or Hijazka. And number two, Ollerus hinting that Sogiita's potential might be close to a god, the god of guts. As I referenced before, Ollerus's Odin's throne seems to ignore logic itself, with it being impossible to comprehend, especially for an airhead like Sogiita. So this attack cannot be defended against, as Sogiita seems no match for it, due to it being an invisible force that cannot be detected or perceived. Keep this in mind for later. Then Ollerus talks about Sogiita's power and possibly hints at his ultimate potential. "There is no major difference between us," muttered Ollerus as he relaxed. "One of us is aware that we wield an unexplainable power, and the other isn't. That is the only real difference between us. You are the delicate yet complex number 7, that not even the Academy City researchers could do anything about. In fact, you're a special Esper that they aren't even sure should really be classified as a level 5. If you understood that about yourself, you may have been able to defeat me." With Ollerus essentially being a failed magic god, in order to surpass him, Sogiita would likely need to have the power of a full god, equivalent to that, to be able to defeat him. And Ollerus mentions that Sogiita isn't aware of his own power, which is what ultimately stops him from reaching his maximum potential. It is a bit of a strange comment, since how the hell is Sogiita unaware of his love for Guts? Or does it simply mean something else? I believe this is contextualized and makes sense after reading the Astral Buddy manga. In this side story, Hokaze Junko and Yuri Senya theorize that Sogiita's strength comes from his delusions, that being a Chunibyo, or someone who uses crazy ass delusions to make themselves stand out by claiming to have some kind of
that
power,
would
is
make sense, would make him overpowered too.
By acting like a superhero wannabe obsessed with guts, the more he is convinced by his own guts and inner power, the stronger he is.
As long as you imaginate all that.
Being able to shrug off powerful attacks, which we have seen many times before, and even being able to copy other abilities and use them as his own.
Electricity.
Sogiita can seemingly use abilities of other espers he sees, like how he was able to use electricity after fighting Junko, which is absolutely insane. What's stopping Sogiita from copying Accelerator's power or
Imagine.
or whoever? There is, of course, a catch. Sogiita has to understand what he's facing in order to resist it or copy it with guts. If he is unable to comprehend the power of what's in front of him, then he's completely vulnerable. And with Sogiita likely being the dumbest out of the level 5s, it definitely adds an element of limitation for his ability to adapt. As yeah, I don't see Sogiita being able to understand the more complicated Esper powers and magic in the series. Like, I don't think he has a clue what a vector is. Now,
yeah, and all that calculation he has to do.
Ollerus. Since Odin's throne was completely out of Sogiita's depth in terms of understanding it, no amount of guts would help him defend against it. If Sogiita understood the technique, however, the fight might have gone very differently, which is what Ollerus may have been alluding to. Let's now talk about the hidden secret behind Sogiita's schizophrenic ability. It is revealed in the novels that Esper powers, or the personal reality behind them, are essentially the manifestation of the true will in the religion or philosophy of Thelema, founded by the board chairman of Academy City, Aleister Crowley. But what is the true will? It is defined either as a person's grand destiny in life, or as a moment-to-moment path of action that operates in perfect harmony with nature. True will does not spring from conscious intent, but from the interplay between the deepest self and the entire universe. While Sogiita is a natural Esper, or a gemstone, meaning his power is less related to real science and shares similarities with magic, and therefore his power was not developed under Aleister's framework, the Thelema stuff should still apply. This is because Iwaz was the key component which led Aleister to found Thelema in the first place, and has connections to all Espers and the pure world itself, where the first gemstones emerged. I believe that Sogiita has not fully achieved his true will, that his power is the first stepping stone for it, but due to his own current mental state, he is unable to become his perfect ideal self. Sogiita does not understand the universe, as he is just focused on training harder and getting more guts, I guess. If he did have that knowledge, then he would likely be able to apply his delusions to everything, which would likely make him nearly unstoppable. Like, imagine Sogiita with accelerators or Aleister's IQ and experiences. Sogiita's true will is likely becoming the invincible superhero of guts, who is unfazed by any challenge, and through sheer determination can conquer any obstacle in his way. While Sogiita's obsession no doubt helps power his ability, it's a double-edged sword, as it makes Sogiita completely reliant on his delusions without trying to comprehend anything beyond what's familiar to him. Maybe this is why Aleister ranks Sogiita at number 7, as while he is stronger than other level 5s higher than him and has a stupid amount of potential if he realized his true will, Sogiita's own mental cycle is what is preventing him from getting to the point where he can defeat Ollerus. I honestly think this concept is fascinating, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Make sure you check out my other level 5 Esper videos on screen
Okay,
right
and then
now.
that should be it for that one. Yeah, I mean, that's really all it takes. I mean, you know, get out of, yeah, I mean, because what is he, yeah, actually, I don't even know how old he would be, or, yeah, was he a high schooler or something, right? Yeah, I'd have to go back for that. Yeah, because I just saw him, like, yeah, pop up, and then it's just, yeah, went on from there. But I don't think I've really seen him in, like, any school or any other occupation or whatever after, other than that. Like him just being that, level 5. But yeah, get out of, like, that high schooler, maybe even middle schooler type of mentality and actually, like, be serious and be like, okay, hold on, let me hit the books. You know, I mean, that's a lot, you know, especially for Accelerator if he wants to go way up there. And Aleister, I mean, that's a lot of books, you know, a lot of research and, yep, developing, right, if anything, yeah, personal experience, maybe physical, that he could do to quicken that process. But yeah, still, all he has to do is just get a little bit serious, and you know, that'll be it. But I like how he got his little playful side, yeah, guts and all. Yeah, that's what I like about him, you know. And him being that, yeah, the mysterious person. Yeah, he got the fit too. I kept on looking at that. I'm like, yeah, he got that fit on. Like, you know, I'm seeing him as the weakest, but then like, yes, I'm talking about like when I first saw him, when I did the episode reactions, I'm like, okay, he's the weakest. But then I'm like, why does it feel like he's better than this? And why does it feel like, yeah, it doesn't even matter if he's the weakest level 5 or not? Like, you know, he feels like way better, or really, yeah, like a good weak level 5 to me. Like, yeah, the weakest I expect to be like, okay, yeah, you're still strong, but then I'm like, yeah, I'm really not yet feeling that. But no, I mean, I'm really like, okay, yeah, you may be the weakest, but I mean, you got me hooked, you know, more than the higher ranked ones. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And what bro, he said he could walk on air. Yeah, that has to be from that side story, because I'm like, whoa, walking on air. And then some other things that he did. So yeah, what is the name of it? Yeah, what is his ability really? I mean, we can kind of at least say for now, yeah, just his sort of imagination. You know, as long as he feels like he can, you know, accomplish something and, you know, really withstand something, then yeah, I mean, basically that imagination will become reality, you know. Oh yeah, and I was thinking about this during the video too. It's like, you know, the scientists, Academy City scientists, and whoever else who just, you know, assigned this role, and yeah, even Alistair. It's like, yeah, they really don't even know like his true potential yet. But it's like, how does he even know his own potential? Like, yeah, how do you just, I don't even know, get this power? And it's like, yeah, because you got to explain it to him, right? Somehow, some way, got to get some type of explanation for your power after, I guess, people see it or run some tests on you. But nah, it's just like he got it, and yeah, it's just like, yeah, super amazing punch. Like, okay, yeah, there's just that, you know. But yeah, it's like he's aware of his power, but then at the same time, yeah, not exactly aware of like what he can really think of and yeah, what's possible. But yeah, that'll take a lot though. I mean, I can already see here, yeah, copying abilities, like, you know, he's getting some type of understanding. And yeah, if he really was smart enough, he really can copy Accelerator. Now, if I were to like put Gunha with Accelerator's like ability versus Accelerator, I'm not exactly just gonna say, yeah, Gunha's just got that right away, because you gotta remember, yeah, Accelerator with these wings, and obviously Accelerator has more, you know, or he's used the ability a lot more, vectors and all. So yeah, obviously he's gonna be more used to that, know the specific calculations, and then also, yeah, just, you know, what is it, battle intellect, or whatever you want to say it, like battle IQ. Yeah, basically him making like a smart play or something, or smart decision to where he could catch Gunha off guard, you know. So yeah, it's not just dependent on an ability, it's, yeah, intelligence, speed, the attack power and all. So you really got to factor that in. But other than that, I think that's it. Yeah, finally got to see my boy. Yep, these abilities, like, you know, he's up there. I mean, up there, you know, smacking lightning down. Like, yeah, he actually is a good counter to Misaka at that point. Like, she would have to, what is it, the black sand, I think, right? Or the black sand, either that or like railgun or something. Something, right? Try and do, even though I think even still he'd probably be able to counter that. But other than that, I mean, good to see like his sort of limitations, because at first I'm thinking, yeah, before I saw this, I'm like, okay, yeah, he pretty much has no limitations right now. You know, we really don't know too much, but obviously, yeah, what the human body can handle. And pretty much that'd be like anybody, right? If you're just too powerful, too strong for your own good, obviously at times it's like, okay, your own body can't even handle that, so you can't even get your full strength from there. Let's see. Yeah, and he just has to take what Ollerus said to him to heart. Like, you really think about that and just go from there. And you know, he could just be the first level 6, but except like, yeah, nothing, like none of the consequences like, you know, Misaka was about to have. You know, 5.3 about to go even higher, but then basically destroy your body, and yeah, all types of things happening after that. But he may be able to maybe just control it, that level 6, without any damage or harm to his own body. Alright then, well, guess I'll end it off here. That was my boy Gunha. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you like, subscribe again, and I'll just see you guys in the next one.